Um, Once again, I'm back to tell you some more about my life in the Mafia, but more importantly, at least more importantly than I think, is uh, the ability and principles that I use to make millions of dollars. Because while I'm not proud of some of the things that I did when I was in the life, I realized that many of these principles can help somebody choose a better course for their lives and for the directions they want to go in. So that's what I'm hoping, that these lessons will serve as a means for someone who's trying to better themselves. After I returned from Italy, and I had murdered over a dozen men in my rise to becoming a boss. Um, like I said, I was instructed by my boss, Mr. Manzaro, as well as my person assigned to me. Uh, we called him the big man. Also, we called him the fish because he had these pop eyes. He was my goomba. And so now I was finally in the driver's seat, and many people weren't happy, but uh, I knew that was going to happen, and so did my boss, Mr. Manzano, who, while he was getting older, and he was clearly going to die, and I wasn't looking forward to that. You realize that is a course of life. But what I wanted to do and what he wanted me to do was take the family into a different direction. And one thing I wanted to do, because while we made a lot of money, millions of dollars were coming in, it was important that uh, not just to have millions of dollars for ourselves, but we had, at different points in times, we put into something of a pot, so all of the families that were involved in our particular town, we shared in it. And so the money that my family alone was bringing in, as well as myself, from mostly legitimate businesses, was so vast that nobody wanted to lift a finger against me, because they were enjoying the financial stability. But more than that, there was a peace that I wanted to bring. Many men were killed, and that's a part of our life, of course, in the mafia. People are murdered. But I wanted there to be a peace, and so one of the principles that I was implementing was that a man be given credit for what he did, and that not only could he prosper, but those around him prosper. And I think in that prosperity, that stabilized all of the families. And while, like I said, there was always going to be jealousy even within my own family, because of the financial uh, stability that was implemented. Everybody was enjoying prosperity and a peaceful time. A man, instead of just issuing, you know, and just telling someone to go kill another person for something you thought they might have did. We wanted men to have a chance to sit down and defend themselves, and maybe, rather than kill a person, see if there was another means where we could work some things out. And these were the things that I wanted to bring to, being that I was the new boss of bosses. I wanted to implement these things, and so that's a principle as well. Not just you succeed because you are at the top of the food chain, but that everyone associated with you succeed, and in that way, people felt they were a part of something too, which was really the means what the mafia was started, so that the low man on the totem pole could have a chance to come up and be able to just take care of his family and take care of his loved ones. And it was something that I wanted to bring about. And if a man was going to be killed, he was going to take a man's life. I wanted to make sure that really an issue there. And so that was something else that went about bringing about people to have a sit down and talk about it if we could, work out something, and that's another principle. Try to work out the situation. And if you can work with someone and everybody can succeed, that's a principle to finding wealth because no man gets to the top on his own. If people help him in some capacity, his family, his loved ones, friends. So those are principles that person can utilize, and they help me greatly. And in some of the decisions, like I said, everybody was prospering, and so that was a means for keeping the peace, at least briefly.